Hey Docs, Josh Bieber here with just a brief SDCA update about the legislative process. One of the things we want to make sure we have real clarity for you as we move forward is always communicate exactly what's happening behind the scenes. So as our promise from the last session, the 2016 session, the SDCA leadership and the SDCA Legislative Committee is diligently working forward on the corporate hiring bill. So right now we've hired outside counsel to help kind of fully vet that bill to make sure we have the process in place to cover all our bases to make sure it's going to both promote and protect our member doctors in our state. We're also in the process of hiring a new lobbyist. If people don't know yet, Mr. Hood is retired, and we're currently in the process of narrowing down the field to do our final interviews here over the next month, with our goal to be having a new lobbyist hired by July 1st. So with that update, things are moving, and we know more along the process. We'll make sure everybody's updated as we move forward. The last thing I want to kind of touch on is we always talk about our association being grassroots and having a real grassroots efforts. And what's happening right now is primary elections in our state. And with a lot of different districts being a high Republican area, that a lot of times what's going to happen is the primary is going to decide the general election. So in my district, I'm currently in District 30, I have 7 Republican candidates that are vying for 2 spots in the House. So the time to be involved in the process is right now, because a lot of times on the ticket will be in the fall. Sometimes there's not even a Democrat that's running against some of the Republicans. So a lot of time for us to get our voices heard is right now. Mark Kirkby was at our last board meeting, and he talked about the process, the legislative process. He said one of the things that you do by getting involved in the process now and even giving some of these people a check now or holding an event for them now, it obviously doesn't guarantee our votes when we get into session next year. What it does usually though is guarantee an ear for us to listen and let people know what our stance is on things. So as we move forward, kind of my challenge to you is that we need to get out right now at a grassroots effort if we want any legislation to be passed next year in the 2017 session. Now is the time to act. And what we've done in our district, District 30, is Dr. Shannon and myself are going to host an event at my house, and we're basically going to have kind of a wine and cheese event. We're going to invite all of our friends that we know, friends and neighbors in our district, and basically have a little event for the senators and representatives in our district. So I'm going to publish that online via Katie. She's going to get that information out when our event is going to be. And my challenge to everybody across the state is that if you're going to have an event in your district, if it's just a coffee or a lunch and meet with some people, let's grab 2 or 3 docs and get a little event for some of these people now, because doing some input now and building on that relationship capital now is going to pay dividends from us 8-10 months from now when we bring legislation to place, let alone if we have to protect ourselves from other legislation that might be coming. So there's a lot of things that are going to happen legislatively in the next session, and we know for sure a lot of those things are going to be happening on our end. So the time to be involved is right now. If you can take these people to a dinner or a breakfast would be great. And one step forward is to basically host a little event, whether it's at your office or at home would be great. So when you do know when you're going to have your event, if you could just let Katie know, that'd be great. And on the bottom of this little video blog, Katie will have outlined everybody who's running in your district for both the House side and the Senate side, and you can get active in this process. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to myself or Katie. We'd love to answer those for you. Thanks. Have a great day.